Together as one, farmers and ranchers across the nation gathered at the edge of the Sonoran Desert between the Saguaros and Phoenix to unify their voices and speak so the nation would hear.
We had debate, we had differences on some of the things, but at the end of the day, we realized that we do have to be united, whether it be different regions of the country, whether it be different commodities. At the end, agriculture does need to bring a united voice together.
The 98th Annual American Farm Bureau Federation Convention kicked off with much fanfare and the first address from AFBF's newest president.
98% of the public don't farm. The other 2% that's sitting in this room and right on our farms right now, the other 2% somewhere in America goes and gets behind a cow, goes in the chicken house, plows the fields, goes in the orchards, provides the food for all the other 98% of our population, and give them the freedom to be who they want to be, because they ain't got to be out in their backyard growing their food.
Those impacting agriculture both at the state level and beyond were also honored, including former AFBF and Texas Farm Bureau President Bob Stallman, who received this year's Distinguished Service Award.
I just never really thought about myself being up there accepting that award while I was president of AFBF. It took some people talking to me, encouraging me, and in some cases even giving me a kick in the posterior to get me moving. But that's how I got my start. And so I think it's very important to encourage those young people to get engaged and involved.
Crowds filled the Idea Ag trade show throughout the meeting, walking the rows, visiting booths, even getting a taste of Arizona. Texas was in the mix. Cherokee County Farm Bureau was one of 24 winners of the AFBF County Activities of Excellence, sharing their story with attendees. A story about a storm that destroyed fences in their county, stray cattle on the roads, and the need to help first responders know what to do.
We looked at it from a safety standpoint, that if we could provide some type of training to our first responders, to our city police departments, as well as to our sheriff's departments, that to provide a tool to assist them when they come to rise on a situation with cattle close to the roadway or in the roadway, or stray or abandoned animals.
Then it was time to get down to business. A day spent discussing the issues important to American agriculture proved successful for Texas farmers. All the policy resolutions from Texas that were included in the AFBF report were approved by the nation's growers, including a farmer's right to repair his own equipment.
We can't afford to be down, and we have such a timeline that when we got to get our crops out of the field, we've got a few days to do it. We got to get it going same way with planting. You have to have that ability to fix equipment when you have major breakdowns or something just kind of out of the ordinary. If we have to wait 3 or 4 days, it's very critical.
One hotly debated topic on the delegate floor was the Veterinary Feed Directive. Many voices were heard in the debate, including one of Texas' own. Farmers and ranchers ultimately decided not to seek repeal of the rule.
Repeal is too late. That's trying to repeal the speed limit after it's already set. We've got to learn to work with it and use it to our advantage.
The 2018 Farm Bill is on the minds of every farmer and rancher. Debate was lively, but at the end, the nation's farmers banded together for the good of agriculture, including a desire to make cotton a program crop once again.
Overall, a good, positive American Farm Bureau convention. And I think it's good for folks to realize that when you have a general farm organization, the different commodities have come together. And for instance, when it comes to the Farm Bill, I think that you'll see a good, unified voice and that we can do some good on the next Farm Bill.
As growers head back to their farms and ranches, they are confident and resolved to continue to feed, clothe, and fuel their neighbors and point the way for the future. For TFB News, Ed Wolf, Phoenix.